And welcome back into the Bettor Half Hour. All right, my favorite segment where we bring in guests that know a lot more than your average bettor. We welcome in a return guest, a man with a nicer head of hair than Andy Garcia himself, all the way from sunny Southern California, Arash Markazi. Arash, great to see you, my friend. How are we?
I'm good. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, I love the dap on the hair, baby. Gel's looking proper. Okay, let's talk last week before we talk this week. 9-12, dogs cover. When you see that, and you saw on Halloween weekend as well, a lot of underdogs. Winning outright, actually, that weekend. How do you break it down for this upcoming weekend? Do you let last week affect this week?
You put it in your rear view mirror. You don't worry about that. That was such an aberration. We won't see that again this season. We won't see that again for quite some time. So don't let that affect how you look in this week. It's totally different. Again, we will never see a week like that again, at least not this year.
Let's hope. I mean, right now, Vegas is cleaning up. Okay, so let's talk about your team right down the street, the LA Rams, rough L on Sunday night. Huge favorites there, 7-point favorites. The Titans beat them outright. Now they're 3.5-point favorites on the road, little SoCal versus NorCal battle against the Niners, who have been struggling, wins and losses, and against the spread. How do you like this game? Are you leaning Rams, swallowing the points?
I'm leaning Rams, Alex. I'm leaning Rams so much I will actually be at the game on Monday night at Levi Stadium. I like the Rams, and I like the Rams big. Again, when you talk about, forgetting about last week, there's so many favorites that want to forget about last week, including the Rams. They are 7-2 this season. I like them to win big against the 49ers. Again, Von Miller expected to make his debut. Don't look for Matthew Stafford to look like Jared Goff again. That will not happen.
Let's hope not. That was a very wild throw there in the end zone. Honest Carson Wentz from the week prior. Okay, so we have a very interesting line right now in Green Bay. We're hearing Rodgers is cleared to play, but he's not practicing, of course, due to COVID protocol. Do you expect this line to move in a huge way if Rodgers is a go? Right now, it opened at 5.5 in favor of the Packers. It's down to 3.5. What do you think it does in terms of the Vegas line movement if A-Raj is a go?
If Rodgers can't go, we saw the impact he had on the spread. It could be within 5 to 7 points, whether he plays or whether he does not play. But I was talking to my friends in Las Vegas, Alex. It's not just about Rodgers. How will Russell Wilson look? Again, first game back after his finger got hurt. Surgery on his finger. How will he look? Again, he's been cleared to play. He will start. Will he look like his old self? So because of those two big questions, big line movement here.
Well said. Takes me back to the good old Happy Gilmore, ouch, my fingers hurt line. Okay, so let's talk about the Cowboys getting crushed by the Broncos. Bills, embarrassing loss, 14.5-point favorite to the Jaguars. Who do you think bounces back in a better way? Bills up here in New York against the Jets. You got the Cowboys dancing at home again. They're going against the Falcons off a big win against the Saints.
I like both these teams to win big. If you were to say which one, the Bills. Again, when you talk about how weird last week was, Alex, again, there's going to be upsets. There's going to be aberrations. There's going to be outliers. But to have 9 happen in the same week, if those teams were to play again, Jacksonville is not beating the Bills 9-6. The Denver Broncos are not taking a 30-0 lead on the Cowboys again. It was just a weird week. I don't think that's going to happen again. Both teams will bounce back big. Bills, though, big win this Sunday against the Jets.
They're going to need it, Arash. Okay, there have been mouse traps all over these lines. Are you sniffing one out for us? Do you have a potential trap bet, either a heavy favorite that won't cover or a dog maybe that wins outright here this upcoming Week 10?
So I got to go stick in my backyard here with the Chargers. Again, a lot of people are high on the Chargers. You got Justin Herbert. You got Brandon Staley. The Chargers are the first place team in their division. Don't fall for it, folks. I've covered these Chargers. Alex, you know them well when they were in San Diego. They have not looked good the last 3 weeks. They get blown out by the Ravens. They lose to the Patriots. They needed to come back on a last-second field goal to beat Philadelphia. So they're coming home 3-point favorites against the Vikings. I would not be shocked if Minnesota hands it to the Chargers. And again, don't be fooled by the Los Angeles Chargers.
It's a soft spot for me, Arash. I'm from San Diego in recovery over there. Okay, so on the Chargers note, real quick, if you see them potentially losing to the Vikings, I don't know where you lean in the Raiders-Chiefs game. Do you think it's worth nibbling on anyone outside of the Chargers to win the AFC West? Either a Chiefs value play or even the Raiders as a dark horse if you see them maybe upsetting the Chiefs this Sunday?
I like the Chiefs. You know what? Call me crazy, but when I'm watching what they're doing, I'm thinking at some point Patrick Mahomes is going to play like Patrick Mahomes. At some point, the Chiefs are going to play like the Chiefs. Again, they have not looked good this year, but look where they are, Alex. 5 wins, the same as every other team in the division. I don't like the Las Vegas Raiders. We just touched on it. Don't love the Chargers right now. The Chiefs, as poorly as they've played, can and I believe still will win the division.
I'm with you. I hate to see it, but at the same time, we're here in the business of making money. Okay, I'll get you out of here with this. Do you have a team that you feel is just being disrespected in Vegas or not getting the respect they deserve? Let's say the Titans, for example, on a 5-game win streak, 7-2 and 7-2 against the spread. They're only a 3-point favorite against the Saints at home. Are you with me on the Titans, or you got another team for me that's just getting disrespected?
100% agree with you on the Titans. They've been easy money for me this year. Again, I liked the Rams to beat the Titans last week, but for the Rams, as you touched on before, to get 7.5, I'm like, that's crazy. I like Tennessee. So when a team gets disrespected like that, I kind of usually keep it on the download because I like to make those bets. So listen, disrespect the Titans, allow me and my boy Alex to make some money here. But listen, at some point, people are going to figure out this team is for real.
I love it. Arash, thank you so much for joining me. Pleasure as always. Thank you for tuning in. Come back anytime you want. And when we come back, I'm getting on a little education. We got sneaky props for you here. You can't miss it. Be right back with us on the Bettor Half Hour.